What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S, part of Den Media Group, presented by MFTK Foundation.com. MFTKFoundation.com, go-to website for the next few things going on here: the book bag drives, all the community involvement, the 7-on-7 next year, a lot of different things that's going on. But we got that. We got that going on in general. Yeah, so book bag drive, that's the thing that's stressing me out right now the most. If you would be so kind to drop a $36 donation to get a kid a backpack, that would be cool. If not, tell a friend to tell a friend. We should be going live launch for all the different sites on Sunday, coming up here relatively shortly. So won't get into that too much because as I think we'll be having back-to-back shows. And outside of that, shoot, try to think of any other announcements I need to make. Yeah, nothing really. We'll talk about stuff as we get it going, but we got to start our show off the right way, same way we start our show off every day with a word of prayer. So let's get that going.
You already know what time it is, dog. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God. God is great. All the time. All the time. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
This reminds me of like you can do almost anything as long as you sprinkle Jesus into it. Bishop Magic Don Juan said that one time. He's like, even if you finna go rob a place, make sure you pray before you go in there, so that God can help you. But have you heard Charleston White?
What did he say?
It was the most sacrilegious thing I've ever heard, regardless of if you believe or not. And he said God was put here. They said God was put here to go through every emotion and everything that men got. And he said, Jesus had some hoes. He was getting some pussy. And I was just like, he's like, how you gonna go through everything man go through and not get some pussy? I said, dog. Even though some of the banned books do suggest that he married Mary, so he might have got a little piece of pussy. They also said he probably smoked weed, and we know he drank, seeing that's his first miracle was turning water into wine. But anyways, man, this stuff is we're gonna get into what we get into, and Jade is gonna give us the blueprint of that starting now.
All right, so today, Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, everybody celebrating the Big Games BS edition. Today is a good one. So first, we got an MFTK segment showing off some nice drip, James, you put on your socials. Next, we got the NCAA, have some FSU football news, have some Board of Governor news for the state of Florida, talk about Diego Pavia and Lenore Sellers, so two college football quarterbacks who are on the top of the ranks for this upcoming year, one more than the other. Then we have the NFL, some news to talk about, and a sad one with Jair Alexander. Wish he was here, but we'll get into that later. Then we have our Big Games BS segment where we're starting at home and then going around the country from there. So first things first, James, I peeped the jerseys you put on your Twitter, and I'm liking them, man. Cannot say nothing bad about them. They're real nice, real nice. Talk to the fans about the process, because I see it says battle on the bottom. So how did that get down?
That is the mock. We do not know if we're going with battle yet. We'll know officially in November, but battle is one of the people who is pitching to be a part of the movement, but I can speak on it. we're going to be sponsored by the Jags for one tournament. So they're not our official partners. The Jags are about community relationships and doing all of those different things. But they know we're gonna have that squad. So so I can't put MFTK on these, but we're gonna have two. So here's what's gonna happen with the 7-on-7. And it sounds wild because we're already planning on this shit already, right? But it'll get here before you know it. And we'll have two 18U teams again. But it's, we're going to tell people you can move on either one of them. We plan on both of them. Like last year, we did it, and everyone was like, "When you get two 18U teams and this is shut the fuck up." Like all the top teams besides SFE have multiple teams during the season, and you just ball out, and we're always evaluating, and we're pushing everybody the exact same. So it's all team MFTK, but we want those guys to play. So it's not like we'll have two top quarterbacks on those teams, and it's gonna be fly as fuck when we really roll everything out. But this is what we're looking at with the Duval, the more regional team, more people that'll be on that squad. They're gonna be representing the city. I'm going to get a Honey Dripper inspired set as well. So we're gonna be fly. I can tell you that much. But they're gonna be, but those are the colors. That's what it's going to say. We're gonna have it'll definitely be representing Duval, and I have some some Jaguar shorts that have like two impressions of a Jag on it on the bottom, and we're probably gonna have their bottoms be like that. So it's gonna be fly as fuck, dog. You're gonna want if you got a jit or you guys got somebody that's good and they're a top prospect for 27, 28, 29, hell, even 30, because we're going all the way down to 12U. And if they're good enough and we have enough bodies, we'll go younger. But come to death row. If you don't want coaches all up in your videos, all up in the recruiting visits, all up in this shit, come on to death row, and we're going to be doing some stuff, some really high-end things with representation next year too. So Jaden gonna be working on the last leg of his internship, because 2026, I'm tired. I'm tired from 2025. But 2026 gonna be tiring. It's gonna be mad tiring. So, but it's gonna be fun because we're gonna have a bunch of stuff. But we'll have about well, I guess that's one set of uniforms. Is that kind of we'll have basically they're gonna have about 4 or 5 different pieces of apparel that they can wear to different tournaments. If I'm being honest. So we're gonna be fly as fuck.
Speaking of fly, you recently posted a video on your Twitter account of the tailgate link. So I'm going to share that with the FSU fans since we're on the FSU portion of the show. So I'm going to share this with you all and see the video right here of one of your past tailgates. So I'm going to play that in the background. And then, so this is where you can find the tickets for the tailgate. Click the link right here.
Yep. We're going to make it a little sexier, but man, I've been dilly-dallying with the damn tailgate link for a minute. But that right there shows you exactly where we're going to be at. No, that says Doak Campbell Stadium, but we're at lot 19. So let me see if I can tell you where to go from here. Yeah, we see where it says Spirit Way. Like right where it says Spirit Way, go up a little bit. Yep. That's actually right there. Go up. You see where it says P? That's lot 19. Where it says P at. No, actually no. Yeah, the Spirit Way Stadium Drive Garage. That's where the tailgate will be at. It actually details you on the fucking map. Click buy tickets right now through my birthday. The tickets are $65, but you got to do the booking fee or whatever. You do not have to make the donation to the MFTK Foundation. That is a separate thing. that is something we would like you to make. You could always go 0 on that, but that's what it is. There's also a youth ticket. Youth ticket is I believe $20. If you don't drink, buy a youth ticket, you'll get a different ban, and you'll be banned from the liquor tent. So you'll just be able to go get you some food. There should be plenty of food. I don't want to hear that. I'm going to tell you right now what you're going to hear, because we've heard it at every tailgate. It is always a fucking lie, and I'm going to tell you to guess the complexion and what they aren't. I wish. They're always like, I've had they're not pilgrims, because pilgrims are cool white people. These people always say, I want my money back. There was no food available. And I'm like, bitch, there was so much fucking food available. And then one person had the nerve, the gall, the caucasity to say that I ran out of liquor. I was so offended. If we ain't gonna have nothing else, there will be a superfluous amount of liquor flowing. Like, we're gonna have liquor. Now, what we're not gonna have, I'm going to try to do it again. We might not have beer like that. It's just not my thing. I've tried. I have tried to help the whites and have beer because I know they love beer. It is very fucking difficult to have a lot of beer. Like, y'all drink that shit way too much. I don't do anything that I'm not good at. I don't like failing. And I feel like I failed the whites every time I've tried to do beer. And when I'm thinking I'm doing good and it's not good enough, I just, I just say, no, I can't do it. But we will have seafood for $65. There will be a crab boil, and corn and cheese breaks it up. Where there's some corn, there's some sausages, and all the other shit and the fixings. There'll be some shrimps, maybe some crawfish. We'll have crab legs, but that probably won't be for everybody else. I'm going to tell you some game. I'm going to tell you this, what you should do. See this? Get you one of these, and we will try to have as much ice as possible. And it's going to be 1,000 degrees. The ice will eventually melt, and that will give you some agua, some refreshment. We will have water, but when the bottles run out, bro, ain't shit we can do about that besides the bottles running out. I'm trying to figure out what else we'll have there, but we'll have DJs, and we'll have Dub is supposed to be, for those who don't know, tell my dog Peter Warwick happy birthday today. It's Dub's birthday today. He's 48. But we will have P-Dub, T-Minor, Snoop, Brooks, Dunn, trying to think who else. He named about 20 guys so far, but we'll have a bunch of former legends in the house. Like, if you're an FSU fan, if you're a fan of college football, it's not going to be another tailgate where you can go mix and mingle with cats like this. Like, and we're there to sign autographs, hang out, have a good time, drink, hug women and kiss babies. So come on out there, do stuff. We'll have some memorabilia that we'll be doing raffles for. I will say this: every ticket will get you a raffle ticket, but we'll also sell more tickets. I'm going to give away a cooler, one of them good coolers, and the cooler will have every player that's there will have signed it. And what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna get it laser engraved, so you can have those signatures on that. It'll be a cool piece of FSU memorabilia, but you have to have a tailgate ticket, and you have to have all of these different things. There'll be stuff there that you can't get anywhere else. So I know y'all like all the other podcasts, and I'm not telling you to not like those. What I'm telling you is there ain't another motherfucking podcast or another person out here in this media sphere that's gonna do what the fuck I's be doing. So I'll say this. Just stay tuned. If you're all in member, you know what that means? You ain't gotta buy a tailgate ticket. You just gotta show your all in ass up. If you're 3-6 Mafia and higher, you get a tailgate ticket as well. So that's about it when it comes to the tailgate. But it should be hopping though. We finally got that moving. We'll be having meetings to be able to try to progress and make sure that this is the best tailgate experience for everybody else. Porta potties are at the bottom of the steps though. So don't get mad at me for not having the pisser. The pissers are there. You enjoy it the way you enjoy it.
Now we're transitioning from
Put the comments up.
Tailgate to some FSU football news. So we have 4-star defensive lineman Tico Crittenton committing to the Seminoles. So the 6'4", 285-pound defensive lineman from Lithonia, Florida, chose the Seminoles over Tennessee, Georgia, and Texas Tech. James, has this been popping in the group chat?
Where's Lithonia, Florida at? I've never heard of Lithonia, Florida. Is that like a is that one of them Podunk? Is that Podunk, Florida? But cool. Oh, that's right outside of. Oh no, I spelled it wrong. Is that Hillsboro?
I don't know. I can't find it on the map. I just tried looking it up.
There's a Lithonia, Georgia.
Yeah, this is. I don't know.
All right, his name's Tico, right?
Yeah. Tico Crittenton.
Tico Creatine.
No. I said Crittenton. My bad. Crittenden.
Yeah, that's an interesting name. Man, he from Georgia. Man, Hayes Fawcett messed it up, man. All right. I don't know, got me over here looking crazy, man. Like, what the hell is wrong with this dude, man? But big guy, can we see if you can find some footage of? Let's break down the film live here. Because I don't know. I like the measurable 6'4", 285 D lineman. With the system that we're running, he can play. He's probably going to be that 4-eye guy. So you need large mammals. Playing those positions like that. I'm liking him better than I liked. The size of the measurables. I'm liking him better than I like the guy from Bompton, from LA, but because we couldn't find no damn film on the kid from LA. All we had was the t-shirt Olympic shit, and it just looked okay. Do we have his junior highlights? All right, let's look at this. All right, this is what we're looking for, people. We are looking for violence. That's all we're looking for. I'm not telling you if this is what pot roast want, cool. I want violence. I don't got to coach it. So I'm just giving my opinion based on what we see. Can we blow it up? All right, go back again. Okay, I didn't get a chance to get it good. All right, here we go. Damn, that bitch looks slow. Oh. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Nope. I don't want to see shit else. I do not want to fuck. That's good. Kudos. There we go. Good stuff. Don't care who it was against. I saw first step actively getting up the field, and the motherfucker tested him, and the motherfucker made another motherfucker make the tackle. Like, I am cool with that. Like, the last person, like, if you heard me.
On the ground.
You said what?
He doesn't get up.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Like again, it reminded me of what Jared Verse's most impressive film in college was his last 2 games against Florida and against Louisville, where he made the right tackle make the sack on the quarterback. And I love if your D line is doing that, you are active. Oh man, because the film is still going. I just see him do I see him just drive a kid, shed him.
He does look violent.
I don't know, like the thing that some people have him as a 3. I haven't seen all the other dudes. I know a 4-star personally that can't do that shit. I would say that he ain't that Mandarin no more. The motherfucker that transferred that everybody was like, James, you got another Mandarin kid that ain't going to Florida State. Nobody in state offered him. He don't do that. So just so y'all can know, the kid that's committed to Oklahoma that was at Mandarin that's at Creekside does not have that film like that. I like that shit. That's good. Kudos to you. Whoever his parents are raising him right to be a violent, angry individual. I am so tired of good kids. If they're good kids and they have the, like, actually, you know what? Being nonviolent does not make you a good person. It makes you a punk. Having the ability to be violent and choosing when to use that makes you a good person. Like we need more bad men. They protect us from the other bad men. So we need bad men like this. Shout out to that. God damn, that was a good pickup. Yeah. Good job, Tank. Keep it up, Tank. I mean, not Tank. Keep it up, Pot Roast. I'm with it. What else we got, Jaden?
Next, we have another commit to talk about. So we have the class of 2026. Peep the same class. Linebacker Noah Lavallee. He has committed to the Seminoles. 6'2", 220-pound linebacker from Marietta. Chose us over Ole Miss. So he says the Lavallee.
Is that a Pilgrim?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Is that the one whose brother was at North Carolina?
I'm going to check right now. And I do have his film pulled up as well.
Pull up the man. Is the Pilgrim pilgriming? If this Pilgrim is good, and this Pilgrim does what he needs to do, I'm gonna have a new Pilgrim hat design, new Pilgrim hat design for FSU. We're gonna have the buckle, even though historically Pilgrims did not dress the way that we talk about. That's not how they dress, but fuck it. It's not my job to educate everybody else. The shit still looks cool. If we can get, we got YCs out here, or YPs, that's what we'll call them. YPs out here. If they coming downhill, striking motherfuckers in the mouth, this is what I want. Because Lavalier had a good bowl game, the brother, if that's the one I'm thinking about. And let's just see what this young man's a 4-star out of Georgia. Let's see what the whites are talking about. I better see violence because we got white linebackers at Florida State. It's a tradition. All right, he looked like he got a little bit of size. We got that's 3 white linebackers we might have. No, the other one will be gone. But okay, I'm with it. I'm okay. I'm smart, good. Right now we good. All right, we got the YC here coming downhill. Ooh. I'm with it. Okay, YP. In the 3-3 in the system that we're running. In space, notices it. Okay, closer. All right. It was, it was a tackle. It was good. I like the other 2 players. I'm seeing something we can build on. He's reading. He's patient. Oh, closing. Like he closes. Like he closes space pretty good. All right, you gotta give me a jump or something, dog. Like you got, I see the boy was scared. All right, show me something right here, YP. Oh, shed the block. There we go. YP can play. I like it. I like it. I like it. Damn, that's 2 good gets right there, man. And we got a DB too, didn't we? Y'all told me these boys sucked at recruiting. I just saw 2 good. I saw 2 guys that can contribute something to us.
It's funny you mentioned that, James, because there is an updated list for the class of 2026 Seminoles right here. So our class rank is 14th, and we're 3rd ranked via On3, and we have currently 14 commits. You see the list right here. Ephraim White, Brandon Bennett, Tadarius Hughes, Daryl Bell, Tico, Crittenton, Amari Thomas, Darion Williams, James Carrington, Karen Maycock, Sean Johnson, Xavier Payne, Whitley, hope I'm saying that right, Cadeau, Michael Ayanada, and Noah Lavely.
I think if Noah's a 3-star, I got to see who the other 4 stars are at linebacker. That was impressive film for me. To me, I like this film. So, shit, that's good stuff, man. Like, I ain't even mad at it. So Florida State has a top 15 class. We're trending for a couple other guys. I was talking in a space yesterday about this quarterback. I think his name is Jaden O'Neal.
Yep, there's been some news floating around that he could be a potential flip.
Right. I was looking at him. I ain't like him just from looking at him. I was like, man, this kid looks softer than fresh baked cookies. But boy, was I wrong. Little Clay Fink I had posted this video up back in April. And I watched it. Boy did a backflip. I'm like, oh, that means he's athletic. And then I'm watching him run, and he's a good thrower of the football. 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. 20, I think it was it 28? I might be wrong. It might have been a little bit less than that, but he was 28-4. 28 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, if I remember correctly. Pretty good. So it looks like they're, I don't know, man. I don't know what people want. If we're when we're not in conversations, I say if anybody's new to the channel, I speak fairly, but yes, there's a Florida State slant. Bitch, I played there. But I do know this. When Florida State is trending for people, it's, we just trending. When we get somebody, we just finally got somebody. When we don't get a kid, we got stuffed in the locker or we whiffed. On every person. Miami doesn't do that. Miami doesn't, he wasn't a take. Or he wanted too much money. And we got every person that Miami went out to get, they got. They don't take L's. Florida doesn't take L's. That's the new consensus that's going on now. Only our media talks bad about top 15 recruiting when it's 2-10. And last year's recruiting was so much better coming off of a 13-1 season. It was good until we went fucking 2-10. You just can't go 2-10. It's real simple. The game ain't hard. I have my critiques, and I do think that there are areas where they could have notable improvement. But if they're having results and it's not the way that I want it, if I'm critiquing it, then I'm just being a stickler for some shit. To me, it doesn't. The goal is to win, and if they're winning, cool. If you're not winning, then you're gonna hear my mouth. But I'm good with what I am really cool with this right here, and some of the people that they're trending for. You flip a Brody, which is gonna be a hard sell, even though he's on his visit. I think today's the last day of his visit. Brody Jennings from Mandarin. You start looking at some of these other guys, I think you got something going on over there. Kudos to them.
Next, we have some news from the Florida Board of Governors. So they just passed a amendment allowing FSU and other state schools to direct $22.5 million annual auxiliary, dollars per year to athletics. This money will be used to cover revenue sharing with athletes as part of the NCAA House settlement. This amendment will run through the end of 2028, and it will allow FSU to fully fund the new revenue sharing cap. So, Board of Governors policy previously prohibited university auxiliary funds to be used for athletics. So that's things like camping, housing, dining, parking, event tickets, etc., etc. James, what are your thoughts on this direct $22.5 million auxiliary fund for the state schools?
I mean, it just means that they could put more money in the coffers. What I think Florida State has been utilizing over the past few years is the TV money to supplement expansion. So, like your football only facilities, different things like that. They've been doing those things, and it's been affecting the ability to put money toward other stuff, like with this coming down. Now, if you're able to take campus house, actually, I'm gonna be real with you. This is an actual, a really effective way for them to be able to use the new projects through Seminole Boosters to be able to directly pay football. So, if you don't know, the people who basically run college, who own College Town, that land is owned by Seminole Boosters. So there's campus housing, there's all kinds of different things that are there that could not be utilized towards truly just helping pay players. Now you're able to do some different things with the money. If anybody believes that these guys are only going to be paying the 22, then they're foolish. They're going to be paying more money. But this is just a good thing to make Florida State athletics more fiscally strong.
That's a good answer, James. I like that answer. Next, we're going to talk about two college football quarterbacks who have been making their news around sports media. Let's get into Diego Pavia. James, do you remember where we covered his story about him getting that extra year of eligibility because he played, I think it was at the New Mexico Military Institute, if I remember correctly, and he had got his 1 year of eligibility, and he was on the Vanderbilt team that defeated Alabama and moved the goalposts. He was a quarterback there, so he was on busing with the boys and said this about his career so far. Diego Pavia chose to stay at Vanderbilt despite an unnamed SEC program offering an NIL deal worth more than $4 million. The numbers are great, but winning is more important to me than anything, and we've got the squad to do it. This isn't the only thing surrounding Pavia. We got some more to talk about as well. He also said this on the same podcast: you want to play with the best. You don't want to play with the Big Ten. You ignore those calls. The SEC, it's like week after week, you're going to get beat on. The Big Ten, you're not going to get beat on with the Purdue's and Nebraska. And the internet trolls took to Twitter saying this is his record versus Big Ten schools. Lost to Minnesota 38-0, lost to Wisconsin 66-7. And the last two national championship winners were from the Big Ten, that being Ohio State and Michigan. So, James, is he out of pocket for his last statement?
Very out of pocket. Extremely out of pocket. Like he talking like again, you beat Bama. You had a good year last year for Vanderbilt standards. But like this is the equivalent of the dude, like the little brother that didn't get the genetics piping off to the ops. Like, bro, you need to go sat your ass down somewhere. Just go chill out. You hit Debo with a brick in the back of the head and you won one fight. That ain't it, dog. Like, you ain't the baddest man on the block right now. And I know we're gonna probably spill over into this. I got more context for the next one you're gonna probably talk about. $4 million is a lot of fucking money, people. Like, I know social media has made us to believe that, oh, that ain't no real money. It's a bunch of people who ain't never sniffed a million telling you what real money is and what real money ain't. Just like there's a bunch of people who tell you this is what the rich do, and the rich don't buy big chains and they don't buy this shit. This is just what poors do. And like, you've never been around these people. You're speaking of something that you have absolutely no fucking idea about. But and if somebody offered you $4 million, right? And Vanderbilt didn't give you anything close to that, you're a fucking fool. You've already transferred. It ain't like that's not in you. You can always get your degree. You cannot always be a millionaire. There are times when you can miss the wave and not get on top of it. Like for example, like me, like I think I have 1 Bitcoin left. I can't really do nothing with it, but I got 1. At one point I had 6, but I missed the wave because I got not too greedy. I wasn't patient enough. And man, shit, I'd be stupid rich right now if I'd have kept them 6 coins and I bought them bitches for like 3,500. Like with Trey was like 3, like it was like 8 years ago. And I could have got them if I would have got on the first wave. Doing that, I could have got them for 600 a pop. But that's what Diego's doing. If somebody comes and offers my son that kind of money, I am not telling him to turn that shit down. But then again, those passing numbers, damn, that I ain't gonna hold you. Diego Pavia might be probably if he gets his completion percentage, he needs to get that a little higher. But 20 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and then 800 yards rushing with 8 that's pretty damn good.
In the SEC against the best of the best, like he said, James. His words,
I don't
not
think
mine.
the SEC is the best of the best, but I do believe he's doing that is pretty good. I mean, who did he like? Click on there. Like, let me before again. I know he played Bama, but this ain't Nick Saban's Bama. But who all did he play? All right, so he went up, beat Georgia Tech, had a great game there. Shitty game against Tennessee. Play LSU well enough. Damn, had Texas on the ropes. If his completion percentage gets better, that's funny to have Texas on the ropes and then have Ball State have you on the ropes. I ain't gonna hold you. None of those teams are Texas would be the best. Texas is it, but you threw 2 interceptions against Texas. That's the best secondary. Alabama, you call Alabama. He had a good game against Alabama. That's a really good game against Bama. Damn, he lit Georgia Tech ass up. He only played really 2 teams, I would say. He was 1 for 1 with those guys that really had it to be able to do what he needed to do. But when you're a quarterback, he got to get over that 200-yard threshold a little more consistently before he start speaking with his chest, if that makes sense. But I'm not gonna hold you. 20-4 is not bad. And then it wasn't in the duck. It wasn't just in the duck games. Actually, he didn't score. He didn't have a throwing touchdown. He got sacked twice against Alcorn State. That's crazy. But I like it. I talk your shit, but that's all it is. It's just shit talking.
Next, you said you had some background information on this subject that pertains to another SEC quarterback. How ironic is that? And that is none other than South Carolina's Lenoris Sellers. So he's been in the news for something his father had said, because South Carolina quarterback Lenoris Sellers turned down an $8 million NIL offer to transfer to a different school. Quote, "You're 19. You don't need $8 million. You're in a great spot," unquote, said Lenoris's father. So, James, what is the background information you wanted to talk about with this?
He's basically it was a couple $100,000 more than what he already has in South Carolina. And it's not $8 million for 1 year. It's $8 million over 2. So he's basically somebody just slightly beat what he already has. His compensation package in South Carolina is already pretty good. But let's digest. I am so tired of this virtue signaling shit. Read me what his fucking father said again. Forget even what we know at the background. Just read me what his dad said.
You're 19. You don't need, obviously this is parentheses, $8 million. You're in a great spot.
You could be 30 and not need $8 million. What is the purpose of playing, the purpose of going to college, the purpose of playing sports in college is to put yourself in a better financial space to be able to take care of yourself for the rest of your life. Whether that be from getting a degree that allows you to be able to pursue a career and be able to make money, or it is to use your athletic talents to be able to get paid. If this young man, I'm just going to do the numbers here. I don't know if you got a chance to do the Robin Hood thing, Miles, yet, but
I started at it.
all right. Did you see what 4.5% for 2 months, I believe, to start off, and then it's 4% after that. That's a pretty good account to have to put money in. Now, hold on, man. I hate these damn apps. I'm trying to do some math for people. It's not counting somebody's money. It's just if I were in his shoes, or if I was this father. If y'all ever hear me, James Anthony Coleman II, tell James Anthony Coleman III or Kai Coleman this, y'all stone me. And tell and because I'll never rich. You know what? Rich people don't go around saying I'm rich enough. They go around saying I want more. And I remember one of my favorite movies, Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps. The guy said, everybody has a number. What is your number? And he says, my number simply is more. All right. $8 million, right? If you took that $8 million and you put that $8 million into my Robinhood account at 4.5%, and I'm sure with $8 million, you can go to almost any bank and say, if you want my $8 million in this bank, you're going to give me a high yield interest account. Probably could get more. That is $360,000 in interest alone annually. Let's divide that bitch by 12. It's $30,000 a month. It's $30,000 a month. Anybody, your dad don't make that with a college degree. Go get the bread while you can get it, because if he walks out there tomorrow and he pops his Achilles, he will never make that kind of bread. Now, let's do another thing, because, again, this is why I always tell people why I do not believe some of those numbers. Let's look at let's look at a first round NFL rookie contract. That boy could take this NIL deal and not do another thing for the rest of his life and be fine. And not touch his money. If he were the number 1 overall pick in 2024, he would have made a 39, we'll round it up, $40 million. Guaranteed. So over 4 years. He would have made $10 million if he was the first pick. Let's just say he's not. Let's just say he's in the first round. Hold on, they don't have it. All right, let's say he was the 26th pick. Last year, the 26th pick signed a 4-year deal worth $14 million. 14 million divided by 4, 3.5. You're telling me your son was guaranteed in the next 2 years to make more money than the most first round draft picks. And you're saying he's 19, he doesn't need that kind of shit, but he'll need it when he's 21? Virtue signaling. We're trying to say the things to impress people who don't like your son. I got news for you, Pops. They ain't gonna give a fuck about your son, whether he did it at 19 or whether he did it at 99. Somebody gonna hate on the fact that he just made $8 million to play a game. So all that shit that y'all be doing, that I don't know why y'all do that shit, but that's just my 2 cents on it. Trey, somebody want to pay Trey $4 million at 16, he gonna do that. Our goal is to get paper, Daddy.
Next, we have some NFL news to discuss, but this is revolving around an NIL, a null in the league. So he is back in the league, ladies and gentlemen, and that is former FSU star running back Jashaun Corbin. He has signed with the Atlanta Falcons after leading the entire UFL in rushing yards with 514. And he recorded 4 touchdowns in the mix. And he had previous NFL workouts with the Browns, Broncos, and the Falcons.
Love it. Jashaun, good running back. Hope it continues to work out for that young man. Keep balling. Play until they take your cleats away.
Congrats to Jashaun getting another shot. And yeah, keep on balling. Keep on doing what you do. Next, we have to talk about Shedeur Sanders. He was caught going too crazy, James, going overboard. So he was pulled over early Tuesday morning and issued a ticket after being caught going 101 on the highways outside of Cleveland. You know, this broke the internet. This broke the news. It was one of the top articles on Sports Center. So had to break it here. But yeah. Did you hear about this story, James? What are your thoughts on it?
I don't care, man. I drive fast too. Shit, I damn near did that coming back from Lowndes County on Tuesday. You get a straightaway, fast car. Why'd you pay for it?
With everything that's been going on.
I'm just saying, out of all the things that Shedeur, like this, Shedeur just did a good job, like making me like him, making everybody like him by talking to the kids. And he might have been leaving the kids or somebody's kids. Like, I know it was early in the morning. He was trying to get back to where he needed to get back to. Nobody died. He wasn't drinking. And I'm cool with that. As long as he can pay, as long as he's not bitching about being pulled over. David Banner was on the Breakfast Club. It was a long time ago because David Banner be going back and forth when he want to be woke and when he want to just be a N-word. But he was being an N-word on this one right here. And I love the statement, though. And he said he had like a Lambo and he floored it. And the police officer, whoop, whoop, pulled him over. And they said, do you have any idea how fast you were going? He said, yes, sir. I was going very, very fast. Can you just give me the ticket? And the police officer was trying to like guilt him, you know, trying to give this lecture. He said, well, why would you go that fast? And he said, with all due respect, sir, because I could. He said, whatever you give me, I am willing to pay because I can. And so if you have a car that goes, 200, maybe, I don't know, one of them 0 to 60 type things, you got to floor it a couple times. So as long as it was just him and he was good, he didn't lose control of the car and he pulled over and didn't try to hit him on a high speed chase, fuck it. I mean, shit. I saw somebody post, y'all think that's bad. He was supposed to be going 27 and went 144. that's what somebody put. And I thought that was hilarious, but that's not going to get him cut or kept. So, that's what it was. That's hilarious, man.
Such a funny picture. And James, let's play a quick game of guess what car Shador was driving when he went 41 miles per hour over the posted 60 miles per hour.
Bugatti.
No, a Bugatti? No. He was driving a black Dodge TRX truck, which is pretty much the Hellcat truck. So.
Hell yeah, man. What's that? The only reason he got pulled over because they thought he was a dope boy, probably. But nah, man, you gotta flex the Hellcat.
Definitely gotta flex the Hellcat. And the Ravens defense are flexing on the entire league with this pickup, James, right here. I was sad to see him go to this already dominant secondary, but former Packer cornerback Jair Alexander signed a 1-year, $6 million deal with the Ravens. He turned down more money. This is a common theme today, James. And to play with his former college teammate, Lamar Jackson, both playing at Louisville. So, James, before you give us your thoughts on that, just want to put this to our fans, let them know what this new defense is going to look like. The secondary is nasty. Jair Alexander, Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, Kyle Hamilton, and their draft pick this year, their first-round draft pick with Malachi Starks. Whew, James, what do you think of Jair going to the Ravens? And do you think they have a legit shot of winning the Super Bowl?
Word on the street is Jair was going to take $8 million somewhere else, and his dad said, "You're 28 years old. You don't need $8 million. You'll be okay." And that, that's one of the rumors. Just again, that sounds dumb as fuck when you just use it for any other logic. But I think that defense wins championships, offense fills seats. They still have one of the best, most dynamic players in the game. If you cannot throw the ball, you're in a really bad spot in the NFL, having to rely on just the rush. So they're doing everything that's necessary to continue to make themselves better. And I think the world showed how to break up the evil light-skinned empire in Kansas City, Missouri. You just gotta whoop their ass. Like you can't go and try to go toe for toe for them. You just got to punch them in the mouth. And that just seems like what the Ravens are doing. So we may have next year on the West Coast a championship that is an hour train ride away from the two teams that could play each other. They just got to go all the way to the West Coast in Philly and Baltimore. And it is going to be the most ignorant, violent shit we've ever seen before. And it'll be great football. So I like it. I like what the Ravens are doing. I hope everybody takes note.
Just wanted to pull this up, James, so we can see their competition for this upcoming season. So let's see how you think they will pan out, and let's see how hard their schedule is. Okay, so first week, this is preseason, so my bad. Let me scroll. Oh, first week against the Bills, the AFC playoff matchup that we all remember. Second week, they got the Browns, Lions, Kansas City, Houston, Rams. Okay, they got a tough schedule. Bears. Oh, this one gets a little bit easier. Dolphins. Got the Vikings, Browns again, Jets, Bengals, Steelers, that AFC North matchup. Then the Bengals, another AFC North matchup. Patriots, Packers, and then finish it off with
I got
the
them at
Steelers.
12. I got them at 12 wins.
12 wins. Okay, so
12 wins
12
minimum.
out of 18. I mean, excuse me, 17. So 12 out of 7. 12 and 5. You think they're gonna go 12 and 5 this
Minimum.
upcoming season?
What's the Rock got them at? Wonder what their over under is.
For the you can pick their record.
Yeah, you can yeah.
Guess their record. Oh, let me see. I'm gonna look it up too. While we're both on that, let's see. Shout out to Hard Rock.
Let's see. Prop bets.
Oh, regular season wins. Yep. Let's see what they're at. Over 11 and a half. So, hey, they said they agreed with you.
I take that bet.
So the over 11 and a half, that gives you odds of minus 115, but the under 11 and a half is minus 105.
Yeah, they're not getting. They're too good for that. They're really good.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit, KC, one of those Bengals games, but when they got that kind of secondary, I don't think they have a problem. Buffalo, but I think they beat Buffalo. It's just very difficult to like that's just tough. That's all I'm saying. Ooh, the Jags getting under 7.5 pays out a little bit more. It's interesting. I don't think that'll happen, but yeah, man, that's man. They trying to get Lamar a ring, man.
I feel like that would be great for the league. I would love to see that, man. Love to see Lamar get a ring, but with Mark Andrews still in the city, man, who knows? Who knows?
They gotta get rid of that. Get rid of that OC.
It's the bad juju, man. The bad juju. We're going to Dallas now to talk about not the players, but the cheerleaders. This was making waves through the internet. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are receiving a 400% pay increase heading into the season. So I had to do some more research to see
click on that. What does that mean?
What this dollar amount. But in a rare instance of a Cowboys cheerleader past or present discussing her compensation, Miss McLean, who is pictured on the bottom right there, told the Times that in 2024, her fifth year with the squad, she had made $15 an hour and $500 for each appearance, and that compensation varies based on experience. With the increased wages, she said veteran cheerleaders could now be making more than $75 an hour. The new contract also changes the structure around pay for game day and other appearances, though Miss McLean said it still does not provide health insurance.
Scroll down real quick. Let's see what Miss McQueen. See if Jerry trying to touch.
Nah, too old.
Yeah. I mean, cheerleaders do not get paid very well. It is a thing where they're like, we're giving you the name and the platform, and you should be able to parlay that into something else. And there's a lot of other rules, like you can't date a player on the team that you cheer for. Like, so you have to stop being a cheerleader and all these other different things. And it's
they have to have multiple jobs, right?
They have most of them. A lot of the cheerleaders will be cheerleaders for other organizations.
Oh,
so let's say like you'll cheer for there's another pro team there. You'll go be a dancer for that pro team as well, because you're doing all the stuff. Or they'll go do choreography. They'll coach cheerleading at high schools or other different things. But yeah, it's a very interesting thing. But like with that kind of money, they could be like, with that kind of money, you'll be forced to focus on more stuff. But like, but them not getting health insurance. I mean, it's a
Damn, that's kind of crazy.
It's a hobby, so I don't know.
Can you agree that they should get paid more, but also it's like the most useless part of the game?
Mhm.
Like, I never pay attention to the cheerleaders at all.
I could agree that you should get paid more. I think a lot of people have cases to get paid more. I think WNBA players should get paid more.
All right, I mean,
I think teachers deserve to make more money. Like when people like, you're paying these athletes all this money, why don't you pay teachers and firefighters? Sure. How? How are we going to? The question is, how are we going to pay you more? And that's the one thing that nobody really wants to discuss, because you know how we got to pay you more? It's got to come from somewhere. But I do think it's cool that they're doing this. But like a lot of times with health insurance, so if the Cowboys, I don't think a lot of people understand how health insurance actually works for big companies. So your boss is your health insurance. So when you have a company over X amount of employees, X amount of thousands of dollars, X amount of money that they make, when you have a heart attack, that heart attack is paid for by that company. Because the insurance company is only going to do so much. The insurance company's job is to negotiate the rates to where they're not paying over the top. So you may pay, when you're paying the $20 copay, your boss is paying the rest of that shit. If it's a really big company. So I'm not putting them cheerleaders on there for them to fall and bust their ass and then go to the fucking doctor and now I got to pay that extra shit for them. That's me being a business owner. Is it cruel? Probably. Very much so. It's not nice. It's not, but this is capitalism. And Jerry Jones isn't a nice guy. Now, you know who probably has health insurance? She might not have health insurance, but she definitely has an insurance. The one who's busting it open for Jerry Jones. So, like, if you want, like, again, I'm sorry to tell you, there's the chart where OnlyFans models, they're showing the OnlyFans models making what NBA players are making. Like, hey, you're one step away from having a really bomb OnlyFans account. So you can go make more money to be able to pay for your stuff. I can't do those kind of things because nobody's paying for my OnlyFans. So I'm jealous of you.
She definitely got that dental insurance from Jerry Jones for sure. For sure. So to cap off our NFL segment, we got two more things to discuss. First, James, I know we had the continuation segments with the college retro logos. This is something kind of similar with the NFL. So we have a list of the 1985 NFL helmets. So which one of these retro helmets are your favorites? I know mine sticking out right there in the middle. That Seahawks one is legendary.
The D with Denver. As a guy who was a Jets fan, I like the Jets. I like the Rams, the Bucks, and the Falcons. Everybody else, that Vikings old school, but that's just more nostalgia. But like, if I had to pick, my bad. If I had to just pick one, it's the Eagles. The Eagles helmet is the one that I want.
For sure. The Redskins one, classic helmet too. Classic helmet.
Can't even say that no more.
Hey, they're trying to get it back, so we shall see. So I'll just say halfway. I'll say the red. I won't say the whole word. So.
Worse.
Oh yeah, I'll just say I can't say skins.
Skins,
either. Yeah, skins. Not.
Yeah.
I guess I can't say it. You're right.
Ain't it wild that scalping and skinning is associated with the Indians, even though that's what was done to the Indians by Americans? It's crazy. That's a crazy mind fuck to say we're gonna what we did to you, we're gonna flip reverse it and say you did that to us.
You gotta scalp them, Seminoles, in the fight song.
Damn, we do say that shit.
That's wild. It's a game.
Oh well, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. The fight team fight. Dun, 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 dun. Scalp them. That's what they.
That's ridiculous.
That's what's in it. That's what's in it, man.
Oh my goodness.
You got to fight for FSU. You got to scalp them, Seminoles. You got to win. This game and going down and score those goals. FSU is on the warpath now and on the battlefield. She's great. So fight to victory. The Seminoles of Florida State. Right, we definitely are. It's very violent.
They turned up for that one bar.
Dun 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 dun. Florida State. Woo! And white people be in that thing getting active.
Hey man, I'll be getting active too. For sure. Shout out to the helmets, man, that we looked at and the fight song. So James, we got this one last picture to talk about. I'm excited to see what you will answer with. So who out of these people or somebody else have the best NFL nickname? So I'll read these names. Primetime, Broadway Joe, Honey Badger, Sweetness, Megatron, Playmaker, Legatron, Mean, the Nigerian Nightmare, Beast Mode, in the Fridge. Is there anybody you would add onto this list right here, James?
I'm trying to think of nicknames that I mean, it's not well known. Cromartie's called the prototype.
I'll read you some more NFL nicknames. So you have let's see who's not on this list. The Bus, Jerome Bettis. He's not on this list. The Bus. Fitzmagic. Then you got Mr. Irrelevant. I feel like that's a I like that one personally. Mr. Irrelevant. The Sheriff, Peyton Manning. Yeah, Brock Purdy's Mr. Irrelevant. CJ2K, Chris Johnson for his 2,000-yard rushing season.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's a good one.
I mean, Pac-Man's a cool ass nickname.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite.
I have
his real name is Adam.
Revis Island for Darrell Revis.
Damn, that's another good.
Yeah, these are all pretty good ones too. Superman, I guess, for Cam Newton.
That wasn't that. You know, there's too many Supermans out here.
Right.
Okay. And yeah, those are some other names as well.
I know what I don't want to be called, and this is why I always joke with old guys when they talk. We say too much about these young generation being gay. In the 80s, being called sweetness. Like the 80s is when during the most, like when the dude who looked the most like a bitch was getting all the hoes. That's what Charlie Murphy said. Like, yo, shoot,
I like Fitzmagic.
I like
the Freak. That's a good one.
Oh, Javon Curse.
Yeah,
that's right.
Josh Allen got the nickname the Winter Soldier.
No.
I don't even know. Why
that's just some shit. That's just some shit that people just threw in there. Like, I want to be called the Winter Soldier. No, you don't choose your nickname. Your nickname is given to you.
Anyway, I guess Big Ben is kind of, it's just his name.
Yeah, but and he's fucking stationary like the goddamn clock.
Yeah, it works.
The Nigerian Nightmare is more
wrestling.
It's a tweak of racism in there.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Even though he is Nigerian, but like, why you gotta put my country there? Why can't we all just be Americans? Like, that's the problem. Like, he's like, people be like, why can't we just all be Americans?
Because you have
you know you want to add shit to you black bitch. That sounds great. That's way more than you bitch. Like, if it's a big black person, you want to say that. You honky. It sounds, even though we did learn on this show, if you listen, we learned the origination of why white people are called honkies. It was amazing. I don't know if it's 100% true, but it sounds good. Like the best pussy was in the projects. To go about where you were paying, but you couldn't get out of your car, so they would honk and say, "There go that honky."
It works.
It works. Primetime is an amazing nickname. I know that the people think, well, they don't think, I do hate him, but his nickname is amazing. Like Prime is like amazing. That's an amazing one. Playmaker is cool too. Beast mode. There is no, like, I like those because like Superman, like what you said, I think that's Cam Newton. If I said, like when Bud put in there, if I say the Freak, if you watch football in the 90s, you know that's Javon Curse. If I say Beast Mode right now, is there any other person that you would confuse with Beast Mode?
Nah.
There's kids right now who don't know what Megatron is, what Megatron actually is, but they know who Calvin Johnson is.
Yeah.
Primetime, there is no other primetime. You say playmaker, regardless of your generation, you know we're talking about Michael Irvin. Those are the only ones that I'm just gonna go with. Everything else is just feels like when it's just natural, it works. Anything else, it feels like you're forcing your marketing on me, and I don't like that.
I think one of the more natural sounding ones that I forgot to mention is Mr. Unlimited or Dangerous.
No.
Russell Wilson.
No.
You couldn't try to be corny.
His nickname is Sierra's husband. That's what his nickname is. Let that woman ruin us.
Who came up with that? It's like a writer from The Office.
He came up with it. That's what makes it worse.
He's like either that corny or comedic
He
genius.
and this is what women don't. Why? Corny is not a disability.
No.
But he is corny.
Right.
And all of his teammates have called him corny, and that's okay. He owns it. There's nothing wrong with being. We're all corny to somebody. In fact, my daughter just sent me a message saying, when your dad is lame, but you want to go to Target, you just act like he cool. And I'm like, first off, fuck you. Second off, like, hey, we all lame to somebody, man.
Now we're on our Big Games BS segment, bringing the scope of conversation outside of the typical football world, and we're staying in Florida for these two segments. So the Tampa Bay Rays are in advanced talks to sell the organization to a group led by Jacksonville home builder Patrick Zalewski. Parties have signed a letter of intent, and the price is around roughly $1.7 billion. Shout out to Jacksonville and Tampa for this. I saw you reposted this right here, James.
So can we end that baseball is no longer America's game? Can we at least say that?
Yeah, it hasn't been forever.
Because try buying an NFL franchise. Hell, I don't know if you got that in the news, but it's like that.
Yeah, I got it.
1.7 billion is like laughable at this point. But I think the guy who owns the Shrimps is a part of that group, or that's the guy, I don't know. But move them bitches to Jacksonville, man. I would be at baseball games. I was like, just take me out to the ball. They have like middle of the day games. So like if I ain't got shit to do and the ticket's cheap, I'm gonna walk my black ass over there and go watch some baseball. Give me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. But that's a cool little thing. I hope we get them, man. Make Tampa less great and make Jacksonville greater. I'm cool with that.
I'm looking at the lowest. It says the Cincinnati Bengals valued at $4.1 billion.
Yeah, man.
And then you got the Dallas Cowboys valued at $10.1 billion. So Bengals are. There's an excuse, but the Bills are only 4.2. I was gonna say there's a correlation between winning but there really isn't.
Yeah, there really isn't. I don't know why the camera seems a little fuzzy. It's a
Oh,
little
I got you.
closer. Okay, cool. So we're staying in Florida, talking about this new champion. They're bringing some money to our state. Super dope to see that the Florida Panthers have won the 2025 Stanley Cup, and they are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. So they have been 31 straight seasons of United States-based teams winning the Stanley Cup. The last time a Canadian team won was the Montreals in 1993 when they beat the Kings. Talked about it in my newsletter. So shout out to Florida during the three finals appearances, because they had three straight finals appearances. They've racked up millions and millions of dollars for the state, $50+ million. So man, they're doing their thing, man.
Hold on, man. We just dropped a bar. And I just need to make sure. Let me look at this before we just make a statement like that. Nothing wrong with what you're saying, but just
About Canada?
yeah, like all right, we
Yeah,
got Ottawa, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto.
then Edmonton, who was in the championship.
Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver. Okay, there's a solid amount of teams from Canada. All right, go on about to say, all right, we making this statement, but like, is there any team? But yes,
And
that's
it's their sport.
it is their
It's a
sport.
rematch of last year.
But we probably got a bunch of Canadians on the Panthers.
Yeah,
So,
we only
like-
have 5 on the roster were born in the US.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's like
there's a lot of Russians. Alexander Barkov.
yeah.
There's a
And during this
Sam
run, you
Reinhart.
had the Rangers have Gretzky. So you have one of the great, not one, the greatest hockey player of all time. The Devils had a run. I think between it was the Lightning and the Panthers have gone multiple years, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, they also are consecutive back-to-back champions. You see,
And
right
then they
there.
lost to the Avalanche in 22, and I think the Vegas team won in 2023
against the Panthers.
So both of them. So we've had a Florida team for the last 6 years in the championship.
What's crazy about this one, Connor McDavid from the Oilers is supposed to be like the new Wayne Gretzky. He's having very much a LeBron before he won the ring type of thing, where you want to crown him one of the greatest ever, if not the greatest ever, but he doesn't have that. He doesn't have the cup.
I mean, they could just do what everybody did with Jordan, and it eventually works out, because they were calling Jordan the greatest before he got his first ring.
Yeah,
in the late 80s. So like, I mean, hey, I just like winning, so bump it. They're Floridians now, so I don't care. Florida's the best hockey state.
Hell yeah.
So we got this infographic right here. In Florida pro sports, within the last 30 years, Panthers have won 2 titles. The Rays have won 3. The Marlins 2. Rays 2 World Series. Miami 3 titles. Jags 3 conference championship appearances. Bucks 2 titles. Magic appeared in 2 finals. But the Dolphins only had 1 playoff win in these past 30 years. Just wanted to put this out there. Thought it was a funny joke.
That's crazy.
And that's down bad if you're a Dolphins fan. Down bad for sure. Next, James, you talked about it. I didn't want you to reveal too much because the Lakers have officially been sold for their majority stake. So let me pull this up right here. Get this thing started. The Buss family is entered an agreement to sell majority ownership of the Los Angeles Lakers to Mark Walter, the CEO and chairman of diversified holding company TWG Global. And Jeannie Buss will continue to serve in her role as governor after the sale. So how much did they sell it for, you're wondering? They sold it for $10 billion. So Jeannie Buss's dad bought the team for $67.5 million in 1979 and then flipped it for a quick $10 billion. Man, that is the highest selling of a sports franchise in the world ever with this $10 billion right here. So James, whew, man, sitting pretty high.
So he bought it for 67 million in 1979.
Yup, Magic Johnson, baby.
I want to know what this is. What was that in today's dollars?
Oh, the inflation.
So that'd be close to 3 billion in today's dollars. That's what they're saying. Oh, I got that wrong. Yeah, I put the wrong. Yeah, no, it's about about that because wow, it's a good flip, especially when you ain't putting no money down. So that's $1 billion. They getting paid for that. Jenny busted wide open. Got it. I ain't mad at it. Now LeBron won't be able to dictate nothing no more because he ain't dicking down his boss no more.
Happy International Women's Day. If you know, you know. Legendary video.
Mm-hmm.
We got to cap off the show with the biggest BS of all, depending how you look at it, with this none other than Tyler Perry lawsuit. That's been breaking the internet, might I add. The text messages have been breaking the internet, so I decided to get a copy of the lawsuit right here, and we got the text messages. But if you don't know, we're going to explain it to you. So Derek Dixon was an actor who appeared in The Ruthless and The Oval, some Tyler Perry shows. And he is suing Tyler Perry, and he's also suing Tyler Perry's production services, TBS Studios, and another company, Action LLC. Assume it's a subsidiary of Tyler Perry's business. And so the case arises from a sustained pattern of workplace sexual harassment, lawsuit, and retaliation perpetuated by Tyler Perry. Dixon is seeking $260 million in damages, saying he would hold his career over his head pretty much with sexual harassment, blah, blah, blah. But we have some text messages right here. See it right here. This one. But I swear to you, I know how to fix this. I love killing a MF in a show that no one expects. You could be sipping Mai Tais, counting coconuts right now. Think about the last episode. They're all shot at. We know who exactly. I'm scared. They should be too. Nope, they're not. Just some text between them. Just some text. This one was one of the ones circulating the internet. Why did that photo make me jealous? You two together. I don't know. It's just Brad. LOL. He just wanted to go for a quick walk to get his steps in. And now I'm walking to Chipotle by myself. LOL. And he said, thick Derek, get that Chipotle.
Whoa. See, okay, now keep reading because this is way more interesting than the stuff that I read.
Here's some other one as well. What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? Yes, it's the same kind of card, Geo Metro. Giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist. That's so cool. Where you come from. Unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that. And it's so sad. You can have, he should have said, freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ. Man. You got some more text messages right now. Man, look at that. That's a spam of 5 right there in the middle. Treat myself right. What are you doing? Derek, all caps, a lot of R's, talking to his sister. He typed out eye roll. I'd never seen that before. The emoji would just suffice. But fine. Good night. I'll go through the 600 people in my phone book and be annoyed that I don't want to talk to any of them. Let's have some more pictures right here. And it says Santa Monica is nice. I'm glad you're going out there. How is your no? Is it stronger? You got to have a strong no. Yes, it's strong. My mom literally thinks I'm going to sell my soul to the Illuminati. She heard Kanye say it, that it's real. Well, I don't think that, but I do think that you have to be able to say no. And I mean, it makes it clear. This where it kind of gets, I'll only say yes if it gets me an Oscar. JK. I hear you. Well, the only one who could have gotten that for you through sex is in prison. So just stick to the no unless you're really into him. I guess that's some backstory behind that. Scrolling down.
Happened with Weinstein?
So he said he described Tyler Perry and compared him with the likes of Harvey Weinstein, how they leveraged their power for the sexual harassment. And I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you. You are missing the best years of your life, my friend. Trust me, I hope you get past that block in your mind soon. Well, it's not this person, but yes, I want that too. I'm working on it. Therapy is helping. There's some more. There's one more particularly I want to talk about, but this one is key as well. Listen to me. If you let that cast know that you and I have a new friendship, then you are opening yourself up to a lot of questions and foolishness. You want them to know that you are there because of your talent and not because we have a friendship or because Tony got me to give you a job. You earned your spot like everywhere. Like everyone else, don't give people an opportunity to play you small. They will. I can't teach you everything. Unfortunately, there are some things you'll have to learn for yourself. Because when we go back to work, I'm not going to know you. I don't have any friends that work for me, my friend. Professionalism is key. I hope you got it, my friend. Just watch the behavior of everyone around me on set. Got some more as well. They are so stupid to think that. I'm going to have a come to Jesus moment with them. I think I'm going to shoot them all, get shot. I may need to shoot the shoot out early today. I don't really know what that means. And then I have these as well. These are some repeats of that. And then one's more specifically. Let's see.
Oh, that was some jealousy.
Oh,
Nice one.
oh, nice picture. Yeah, the water looks calm. Nice picture. Great, amazing, awesome picture. You don't see that stud in the nice picture. Rude in all caps. LOL, yes, that's a stud. And Tyler responded with a-hole. So one of the instances of sexual assault came from a party that Mr. Dixon was attending, saying he got drunk and right here at a party, and Mr. Perry sexually assaulted Dixon, including one instance where he pulled off his clothes, groped his butt, and attempted to force himself. Mr. Dixon told a drunken Perry no and attempted to remove Mr. Perry's hands, but Mr. Perry held tightly onto Dixon's wrists. Mr. Dixon was only able to escape after de-escalating the situation by abruptly changing the subject. So that's one of the instances right there. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that they think this was a kind of like romantic banter back and forth on and off boss coworker thing, and stuff got exposed out there, and all this stuff is getting exposed, and he's being accused of doing things like that: sexual harassment, gender, workplace discrimination, and sexual assault. So $260 million he's seeking in damages. So, ooh. Oh, and by the way, have you seen the Pause episode on Boondocks where they?
One of my favorite episodes.
I watched it for the first time a couple of days ago. It was hilarious.
He spent a lot of resources to get that scrub. Like Comedy Central was threatened to be sued if they played that episode again. You can only get it in the like you can get it on social media, not social media, on like
the streaming services. It was now. Adult Swim who
I have the Boondocks collection, so like I was able to watch it again. I remember watching it live. They went right at him, Winston Jerome. Like I that's what I wanted to say about Jair Alexander. Ironically, he looks like a dude, the light skinned dude in all the Tyler Perry movies.
He does,
but there's rumors of a former wide receiver from the city of Jacksonville having been very, very good friends with Tyler Perry. And that was never stated as if like they were just good friends. Like they were close friends. And I got a lot of homies. We might post a picture of us having a good time. But I've never posted a picture and said I've never sent the picture to an individual friend and said, and he's like, nice picture. Nice picture. That's it. Like, you don't see that stud. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, that's super.
That's
I've never.
Yeah. Yeah. And
wow.
Tyler, Like, I've always known the man gay. The man is gay.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the problem. Again, my issue isn't with him being gay. If I'm like Pimp C. If you gay, say you gay. Like, just be out there. We know that shit. He got a child, and we know you had the child because you do want to be able to leave your money with somebody. So you kind of playing, you ain't really playing gay, but you ain't all the way in, but you like man's butt. And you got your girl that's your beard. But like, just be gay. But like, if you were like, the only reason he's doing it, like, and you're about to really, you're gonna not lose money, but like, you're the boss. You own a studio. You have ways to get this stuff out here. But like, dog, like, you're grabbing on men's. The other side of it to me is, and I get Derek's playing the long game. He gay, so he got that estrogen, so they do that whole shit. I'm not mad about getting paid. But what I am mad about is, man, you grab my thigh as a man, I'm fighting back, man. Like, I don't want you to get the wrong idea and think that my thighs are just here to be grabbed. Like, and well, the funniest thing in all of this is that there are a lot of people who don't believe. I've seen people say that the text messages seem consensual or they didn't seem like that bad. It just looked like two friends talking. But you know who I heard this from? Women. I don't know any men who talk to each other like that. That sounds like it's a little something. Either one person's testing the waters or something like that. For another man, men don't say they're jealous of other men hanging out with other men. Right. Like, that doesn't happen. That sounds like a really, like, people who are close or somebody, like people who are in that talking stage. Now, the funny part of it is there's more here than Puffy beat the shit out of Cassie. We see that on video. He deserves to go to jail for DV. There's more evidence that sexual harassment happened here than we had with Diddy doing sex trafficking. But everybody's like, yeah, he guilty as shit. And of sex trafficking? Nah, he guilty of something. He's guilty of whatever that means. He needs to be locked down because of some of the nut ass freak bullshit. Like, if that's how they gotta get him. But my thing is that when it's and Puffy on some gay shit too. Like, the community really should be rallying behind Puffy. Because we know Puffy gay at this point. But like Tyler, like, we make excuses for people that we like. This is enough for me to be like, hey man, they about to expose you, dog. But then again, Tyler's probably like, there's really nothing to expose. Like, bitch, I've been cross-dressing for 30 fucking years. Like, y'all the only ones who think that I'm not gay. So, but I do. And so I don't think Tyler did it. I don't think Tyler maliciously sexually assaulted anybody. I do, however, believe in same energy. So I need all y'all women, because if this was a man with a woman, you would have already been having think pieces. He would be done. You would be saying, I'm not watching Slash anymore, or whatever the fuck that stupid ass movie is.
I hated that movie.
You watched
Straw. Yeah, I watched it. It made me hate black people.
All his movies make me hate black people. The only movies, it's two movies he made that I enjoyed: A Family That Prays and Daddy's Girls with Idris. Those are two really good movies. Alex Cross was awful, but like, if this was a man versus a woman, all women would be like, see, this is why you can't trust men. And if this was a man versus a woman, it would be a black man versus a white woman. Because Derek's not black, if I remember correctly, right?
Nah, he looks like white or maybe Hispanic, but he looks white. I'm gonna try and find it.
Do you know what the sisters would be doing to Tyler Perry if this was a white or Hispanic woman? That's what you get for not being with a sister. Why the black gays can't come up and say, if he was dealing with a black guy, you wouldn't have to worry about this? But oh, yeah. Yeah. And that dude a little young too.
Yeah, it looks like it from the picture. And I was researching that no names, the wide receiver from Jackson. Man, I have to send you this article, James, because it's not helping with Tyler Perry's case right now. But
Nah, they say that dude's sweeter than fresh baked cookies. Sweet as molasses.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm saying, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying they used to have slumber parties.
Oh,
Whoa, hey, yo, whoa.
I ain't gonna say names
Yeah,
or anything, but you could deduce however you want to. It is it ain't a secret around here. And fuck that guy. Well, no, pause. Wait a minute. Hold on. Tyler Perry, fuck that guy. He a goon. He's a goon. Well, I guess gooning means something else now, so I guess we can't really say that anymore. He a tough one of them. Like he like the Omar from The Wire type alphabet. But yeah, man,
I'm gonna send you what the article is in text.
Yeah, let me see.
I just want to see your reaction.
Yeah, let me see this right. I'll read the shit. Like, fuck that, man. Like, I will, bitch. I know you, so like, oh, okay. Just to have another guy that's in the position that's more popular than I am.
Yeah. At the bottom, it gets, kind of crazy.
That's how they got linked up. It all makes sense, though.
Yep, it all makes sense.
Bro, so fuck it. So my daughter's mother, his cousins with his first cousins with one of his baby mamas. And they were not made aware that appearance was gonna happen. So imagine you going to school and the next day and your whole friend, like on national TV, your dad said that I was molested. Kids are cruel. When I tell you the cursing that she did that day for like not getting the heads up, it was wild. But yeah, I didn't realize that that's how the connection was made, and that's how they get you, man. That's how they say with them down. They say a lot of guys. You feeling like when I see all these men using this terminology that women use. Like I joke around. I had to stop myself because when you say I feel heard, he felt heard, and he was consoled, and that's how they get you, man. Get to drinking a little bit, get the rubbing on you. They say, hey, light skinned it. You look like all the and you his type in all the movies. The light skinned gardener. But hey, I'm about to go watch the pause episode, dog. Like, did you see with Granddad? Like how he was lotioning them up?
He was like, do you want apricot, peach, or you want me to swirl them around and mix both of them for you?
You want me to make the choice for you? Yeah, that's it. You want me to pop them pimples for you? Not. All right, action. It's Madea. The movie was. That's the only movie he hasn't made, but he's gotten close to it. Madea Finds a Man. Oh man, bro.
No, because in the movies she was. You remember she was. Her ex-husband was David Mann. In the movies.
That was I thought David Mann was Mr. Brown.
Yeah, and his daughter's baby mom. His daughter's mom is Madea.
Is that what it was?
Yes, I watched a lot of the movies. Yes, that's what it was.
Oh, And
Yes.
all of this is centered around the church. Well, y'all wonder why I don't be going to church. Like,
Yeah, the baby mama. She was the baby mama for Mr. Brown. Yeah.
wait a minute. So I'm all right. Yeah, I don't really pay attention. I don't really like when my family was watching the plays before he started doing the movies. I told them all that this is the dumbest shit y'all have ever got me around. And they'd be like, why you don't like that? I said, do y'all not know white people watch this shit and they think we act like this? I was like, y'all over here committing the worst sins and sprinkling Jesus on it. Like Medea's telling the girl, you should just leave. Go cheat on him. And then she cheats with the light-skinned gardener. And then Shamar Moore. And then comes back to the dark-skinned dude from Law and Order who hates Jesus and hates her dark skin and just wants her to be not good, but she tries to do this, and then every other 5 minutes they fucking singing. That's the part that used to kill me about the plays. Like, why are we singing so much? But side note, because I did have to work for Juneteenth, not in this, but like working kids out, I started to make them sing Negro spirituals while we were working out.
Are they? And they're not all black.
Most of them.
Mm-hmm.
We got like 3 white people. We got Cole. We got, I guess, some white kid named Paul. Manny's half white. But looks Spanish, so that's why we call him Manuelito. Shit. Do we have another Caucasian? Oh, Knox. But Knox really white? Knox is really, really white, but he's not. And I don't know how that makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, man. I've known of Tyler Perry a long time. Whatever they say he did that shit. Lock up all these nut ass freak bulls and keep it pressing and keep it pushing. Cat Williams is spilling over. He said in the beginning of 2024, it's gonna be a lot of people exposing folks, and folks is getting exposed. And all the way into midway of 2025. Oh, please play it. Please play it. Don't care if it bams us or not. I love the Boondocks. I love all of this shit. We can end on this. Because
I'm gonna try and find it on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
A clip on Twitter.
I have the one. You talking about the one with Granddad?
Yeah.
I retweeted it yesterday. If I believe it. So it should be on my page somewhere. Again, he needs to go to jail too for not recreating or putting or not challenging. I would like him more if he challenged. He's challenging himself, it seems like, a little bit more on the small screen, like in the TV shows, like with Sisters, the comedy shows like the Meet the Browns and stuff like that. The Oval. There was another one that they did. I appreciate him for no other reason. For keeping my my high school classmate employed. Kanisha, like I bought a ticket to one of the Medeas. Medea Goes to Jail, I believe. That was one of her first breakout things. And I bought a ticket just because Kanisha was in it. Or everybody knows her as KJ Smith. But I actually had a huge crush on KJ in high school in the beginning, but she was thick then. And I don't know why she lost all that weight. Like, it just doesn't look the same. But she's got a boyfriend. She's pregnant. But then again, they ain't gonna be shocking me if her husband don't get caught up in it, because I think her husband twat too.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
He just looked too pretty. You know them pretty light-skinned dudes? Like, it's just like,
Can't trust him.
You can't be everybody can't be in the bathroom getting prepared for something for 2 hours, man. It's only enough room in a relationship for one person to jump into their jeans. Man, see, that wasn't a good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, KJ. I apologize. Jaden, you're an asshole for even putting that, for finding that picture. But there's one scene where he gets slapped in one of the things, and he like the slap just was like really wasn't great. But he might not be, and it doesn't matter. As long as they happy, it don't matter to me. Like he fucking her, so she happy and he happy, and women like that shit nowadays, like that open sexual whatever shit. Like, but now go ahead and play this shit is. I know for a fact Tyler Perry doing this shit in his tryouts.
Try this line. Mardukes, you are a strong, intelligent black woman who will make me a better man. Mardukes. Wait. Something's off. Lotion!
What flavor you want, man? I got tropical peach, sunrise orange, minty mango, and apricot. Or I can just take 2 flavors and swirl them together. Just tell me which ones you like.
Turn it up a little bit, Jaden.
You want me to pick one for you?
It's at the max volume.
Mango it is. Turn around.
Hey!
You want me to pop these bumps?
No.
All right. You good then.
Okay, Robert. Again. Marduk. That's it! Breathtaking. Try this line. Marduk.
Like at the end of
You are
this
strong.
episode, Pops won't let him, Granddad won't let him hit. And his voice goes from light to deep. And it's just like, get out. It's just, oh man, dog. It's wild though. But again, I do know this though. It's not just men, women do this too all the time. It's power is an aphrodisiac. And people try to use that and leverage that to be able to get the things that they want to get out there. At the end of the day, it's still a fucking choice. A choice is taken away from you when they actually the threat of violence. The threat of inconvenience is not sexual assault. I don't give a fuck what anybody says or tries to put on me. You chose to take that money or chose to take that role, and they chose to take that hoe. You're going to pay in some capacity. If you know that this is what it is, then don't take it. Like 50 baby mama. If you know that this is like you can't afford to pay your rent and this dude can, you probably, and that's the only reason you're with him, you made a choice to get your rent paid. I will say, Derek, if Derek was trying to get roles, hey man, you saw the Boondocks episode, you heard the rumors, you know there's an ass tax. And hey, kudos to you for, well, no, it looked like you paid it. and now you feel like regret isn't rape. Regret is regret. And I think in this world, you know, it's hard to differentiate between all of those different things, but that's why I just say this is why prostitutes are needed. Because you're not paying them to stay. You're paying them to leave. They understand their role and their worth. And you got to keep it pushing. Don't try to get close to them. That's not the way the game is played. But again, Tyler Perry being gay is not breaking news. We all kind of figured that. And the fact that he said was the Jesus, he tried to sprinkle Jesus into their text too. You don't have to have religious guilt. You don't have to have religious guilt and can still believe in God. Like you can give me them cheeks and still pray. Like that's basically what he was saying, dog. But it's gonna be interesting. Love it. Expose more people. I don't know who else is up next, but I know this. I ain't getting you ain't gonna expose me. I'll expose myself before somebody exposes me. We gonna all burn down. I'm gonna be like Nino Brown. This is big. This is bigger than Nino Brown. If I'm going down, everybody's going down with me. But nah, man, cool stuff. Do we have enough for a show tomorrow too? In the morning? It's enough shit happening, right?
I'll try and find some stuff to talk about in the morning before we get on, but I'll definitely see if we can scrape some things together for sure.
All right, fuck it Friday. If anything that some people you guys want to talk about, make sure hit us up on the social medias. Check out the Twitter, retweet our stuff. Check out the YouTube. Make sure you jam the like button and all those different things. I need to get my dog KP on this bitch so we can start talking shit. Actually, you know what? He said he had something that he wanted to get off his chest. And clearly he tried to get raped by some white woman at work one time that he just posted in the comments. So let's try to get him, maybe get him on to talk about men being assaulted by women, or just anything else. If you guys got topics or things that you want to learn about, want to know about, in regards to FSU, football, Jags, or any other different things, make sure you hit us up on the social medias. Until then, appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys next time.